stuff. How y'all doing? I just want to highlight is that, like, I feel like because of how much work you have done in the community, this is like a great pilot for the show. You know, like this, I want people to understand that this is about, like, I want this show to represent like community coming together in different forms. How are you feeling today?
Today I am very full of gratitude and expectation. I think, when people ask me how I'm feeling, I don't usually do like I'm good, I'm happy, I'm sad. Like no, my real answer, is coming from the heart, and that's what I feel. Um, I spent a little while with you today, and Dea, and it has been a pleasure.
Yeah.
It has been a pleasure. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
It's like you kind of like got a chance to like really like get to know me a little bit more too, like spending some time with us.
Yes.
And then this is Zendaya's my firstborn, you know what I'm saying? So she's with me a lot of the time, and like she, I told you like she walked across the stage with me when I graduated, in my belly.
Yeah.
And like now she just turned 7. She's growing up to be a very beautiful young lady. Yeah. But I'm happy that you were able to like experience that time with us.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me into this space. Family is huge for me. Yeah, I have a 6-year-old. He'll be 7 in September, Braven, and he is a joy. You know what I'm saying? Like that. He's with me because honestly, my firstborn, I did not spend that same time with him. I was in school, I was working. This life, I'm proud of you for establishing that, with your family and engaging your family in your space as you're growing. I didn't do that. I was so compartmentalized earlier on, and I realized because that was a design, right? Like that's how my parents were. Like they go off, do their job, they're home for dinner, but there was a lot of me that they didn't get to know and explore, and the same thing for my own son. So I'm glad that I kind of broke that cycle for our family, and I'm proud of you for breaking that cycle in your own, like
Thank
just
you.
in the grand scheme of life. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That is a good point. I didn't even think about it like that. I just be like, this my daughter. She riding with me today.
Yeah.
But that is true. Like I do remember when we were growing up and things like that, and how it was like our parents went to work. We didn't really know what their work was.
Right.
But you like, yeah, my parents going to this imaginary place where they make money and then they pay for our stuff, and then that's it. So yeah.
And it's like also
Meet Leveta Davenport, Detroit-born disruptor, strategic visionary, and a woman you call when you're serious about building power, not programs. As the founder of Levadah, Leveta isn't here for charity optics or savior narratives. She's here for the real ownership, the kind that puts homes, healing, and hope back in the hands of the people. She launched Levadah in 2021 because she was tired of watching communities get studied, surveyed, and sidelined instead of supported. Her journey, nowhere near linear, more like legendary. She's so Detroit, for real, Cass Tech alum, of course, and studies in psychology and law from Wayne State. She's worked across healthcare, finance, real estate, and legal issues for mediation, aka she's navigated more broken systems than most politicians are willing to name. Along the way, she also lived through deep grief, postpartum depression, and a pandemic that exposed every crack in our society, and still chose to build something better. Levadah runs on her hero philosophy, health education, relationship, and ownership. Through programs like Just Us Talking Invaluable, Leveta has already helped hundreds of families get clear, get connected, and get free.
okay.
What sets her apart? She doesn't just care about the community. She organizes it, reimagines it, and daring to demand more. So if you're looking for someone polished and palatable, keep scrolling. If you want someone who tells the truth, builds the table, and flips it when necessary, you found Leveta.
Hello.
Hi. When necessary.
When necessary.
My girl Leveta.
Oh, I am so humble. Thank you for that introduction.
You're welcome.
Yes, that's what y'all see when you see. I hope
yes,
so.
Girl. So. You got a whole resume on you.
Like that's what it's doing for you. You're giving her that exposure of like these are options. Like this is what you can build the life that you want. And I think that's a message that I am sharing continuously.
Yeah.
And definitely that's what you're sharing, Hey. Yes. Shout out to you. We Power 8. Okay.
I be trying to dance, Where are you from in Detroit?
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about it.
I was just about to jit a little bit too.
Okay, so, they gonna be like, hold on, let me find.
I don't know how to jit either. I can't dance.
I thought you was for real. Okay.
But no, from Detroit, born and raised. And I was West Side, grew up. East Side, moved when I got married. And I'm learning the city still. I'm 40 years old and I'm still learning the city. This city is huge. It has so much going on, and the ecosystems have evolved, over the past couple decades. But I love it here. Yeah.
And it's just similar to like this is a new spot for me. I've never been here before. Mm-hmm. You knew about this place. And I was just talking to my friend and she like talked to me about perspective and things like her perspective. And we were just talking about Detroit and how I used to be a Starbucks girly. Mm-hmm. Like I'm going to Starbucks all the time. And then I've been like finding all these different places to go to, all these different coffee shops. And I'm just like, Starbucks ain't got nothing on these coffee shops. And their coffee is better. I mean, no shade to Starbucks.
Shout out to Levadah this morning. Yes. I had a matcha. Yes. It was delicious, well made, not Starbucks.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, and I had never seen them before.
And it's a really pretty scenery. And I got a vanilla bean latte. And I've never had a vanilla bean latte. I'm a caramel latte girly. Like I'm always gonna put caramel on mine. And I was like, vanilla bean, I love vanilla bean ice cream. Let's see what that's hitting on. Yeah. Yes, and it was really, 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 really good. Yeah. So yeah, shout out to them. And having like a good space. She in the back dancing. Okay. How long have you been doing community work?
Since I was maybe like jumping out the womb. My parents have always been about community. We had our church community, right? Like that was kind of the first one in our family community. But I grew up on Whitcomb, which is Greenfield and Thankful, in case y'all was wondering. So that's the hood life. But it was family. It was family. My neighbors were my family, and so community has been important to me and ingrained in me from the start. But as far as the work and development in intentional communities, that came to me in 2014. I didn't have a word for it, right? But I learned about intentional communities and actual physical spaces where people who are actually like-minded go and live together and build, right? And so that was a part of that was like maybe a spark for when that initially started. Oh, but my church community life, working in Bible school and then teaching the kindergarten Bible school, right?
Yeah.
And then even in my school life, being very active in the extracurriculars like chess club, choir, excuse me.
Chess clubs give you patience. I mean, too. Really give you a chance to like really think.
Yes.
Yeah.
I learned some patience. I also learned a bit of competitiveness because they can also be very competitive atmospheres. But there's just so much. My parents kept me active, right? And so I saw community, but then I saw multiple communities. Growing up and just kind of seeing collections of people in different spaces, it gave me a very broad perspective and experience. I'm grateful. Shout out to my parents.
Shout out to them. Hey,
Larry and
video
Leveta.
mama. Hey, video dad.
Yeah. So yeah, and then the community work that I had begun doing, that actually, like you said, established in 2021, where I was like, okay, what do I want my community to look like? Like, what do I want this world that my kids are growing up in and that I'm growing up in still? What does that look like? What does it feel like? Beginning to meet more and more like-minded individuals has been a great part of that.
Yeah. And I feel like another thing I just want to highlight is that, like, I feel like because of how much work you have done in the community, this is like a great pilot for the show. You know, like this, I want people to understand that this is about, like, I want this show to represent like community coming together in different different types of people. And overall, either we are doing, a lot of the people might be like walking in the purpose of God, walking in the purpose of just like doing what they told from the universe or wherever they feel. But I just want it to be like bringing people together overall in whatever form or whatever work you are doing. And the work that you are doing is huge, especially when it comes to ownership. And I think like a lot of people have trouble with gaining that.
Yeah.
And especially with our community, our culture, sometimes it's like it seems too far fetched or people don't know where to start. And so I love that you are doing that for people, and that's what intrigues me a lot about you too.
Oh, thank you.
What has surprised you the most, either in resistance or support?
Mm. Um, what has surprised me the most is just taking the next step. You never know what doors it'll open up. Right? And I'm continually surprised every day. But like opportunities that are happening, connections that I'm making, right? Sometimes I know, not sometimes, I often was held back by like fear of what could happen, right? Or how somebody might receive me, or fear of what could go wrong, right? But like I said, as I'm taking the steps, I'm kind of like, oh, that was easier than I thought it was gonna be, right?
Yes, like it's always right like that.
In terms of resistance, I think sometimes I'm surprised by who is resisting the
like, that's a good one. Yeah, I can imagine that.
People who I thought would be like are in support,
really hype about it, yeah.
Are like, oppositional, but they'll be all right. I'm gonna do it anyway.
That's so interesting.
So yeah, that has been an interesting learning experience for me.
That was a good answer and an unexpected answer.
Yeah, I mean that's my truth. So I have a pretty large network of people from all of the different walks of life that I've been through, and um, sometimes just the vibe that I was receiving was that, yeah, they might be supportive, or like I had ideas about who was going to be supporting me in the work that I'm doing, and I was wrong in many many ways, right? But what I can say is people also do come around. Like they may not have been the initial supporters, right? But as I keep going and doing what I said I was going to do in the first place, yes, like they begin to be like, you're doing great work. I'm really proud of you. And I'm like, oh, very, very curious that you say this. Thank you for noticing. And also, like, I thought you was gonna be down from the beginning.
Yes, so, but we happy you came back around. Thank you.
Welcome back. Welcome to
the hero philosophy. Health, education, relationship, ownership is powerful. Which of those pillars is currently being neglected the most in our community?
Ooh,
that's a good question.
That is a good question. Which one is being neglected the most? So I think I have a dynamic answer for that.
Okay, I love dynamic answers.
And that is that I think, being very honest, all of them are being neglected consistently because none of us have, or many of us don't get the full vantage point of everything that it encompasses, right? So I'll give you an example. Health, people are mostly thinking about, they go to the doctor, right? They go to the doctor, what's wrong? You have a cough or a sniffle, right? You might have, or someone might have diabetes, someone may have, hypertension. Their doctor is treating those ailments and those issues, right? But when I think of health, and what the Levadah's perspective of health is mind, body, spirit, soul. So people will tend to that physical health or that wellness, right? But they'll neglect their mental health, right, and their emotional health. And I think so. I'll do this. I would say the one that is most neglected in health would be emotional health. Right. If I was to break it down that way. At Levadah's philosophy when it comes to education is, what do you need to know to live the life that you want to live, right? As an individual. So there are basic things, basic aspects of uh, of education. Like, we get the arithmetic, right? We get the sciences, some of the sciences. We get the English writing, right? But we don't always get, how do I resolve conflicts with somebody else? How do I do my taxes? Right? How do I engage with the content that I need to learn to do my job really, really well, right? How do I learn the way that I need to learn, right? Because not everybody learns the same way. And so Levadah's philosophy when it comes to education is getting the information that you need to live the life that you want. And as far as the one area that is most neglected in education, I think it would be, how do you actually learn well? How do you learn the lessons that you need to learn in life, right? And we have, like, there are a lot of diverse ways to learn now. You can learn online. Right? You can learn. We're learning about audio and auditory learners and visual learners, and like where there's application of that now, but it's not widespread, right? It's not available to every individual. Is really awarded to those that either have a major hardship, right? Then they start investigating how you learn and what you need, how you need. For a relationship, I think it is learning what you want in a relationship, learning and defining how you want your relationship to go is the area that I think is most neglected in that area, in that value. And what I mean by that is, a lot of us, most of us, are just progressing throughout our relationships every day and not aware of the challenges that we face individually in connecting and communicating with others, right? And so the work that we're trying to do in relationships is help people to connect well. And this goes from parenting to professional to personal partnerships. How do you connect well instead of encountering the same cycles over and over again? What is it that you need to do? And ownership is a big one. Ownership is huge. Ownership is, your accountability. We define that as your accountability to this space that you take up in the world. Right. And so that is, for the environment, right? What type of footprint are you leaving? Are you being responsible with how you are engaged? Are you picking up the trash that you leave on around? That's ownership, right?
That's real.
Personal accountability.
I was just about to say that.
Right. And then, like I said, like a lot of people's mindset goes straight to like the financial standing and positioning. Yeah. And that's not the full picture, right? Mm-hmm. You're learning how to utilize the resources that you have and steward them well. Mm-hmm. That is something that not a lot of people, especially I'll say Detroiters, have access to that information just coming out the gate. So we give financial education and awareness and how to manage your money and how to grow your money. And then,
because honestly, when I think about ownership and then like accountability, it's like, and then finances like that, I feel like they play a close. They play a huge part with one another.
Paying attention.
Paying attention.
Yes. Are you paying attention to what you are needing, engaging with, accessing in your life? And some of us don't have not had time to like pay attention to investigate that from jump. Like we haven't had the development, but in addition to not having the development, not having the time to be able to research it, because like dealing in scarcity, which is much of the population of the city of Detroit. How do you do anything besides trying to make sure that the bills are paid and kids are fed?
Yeah. Like, how the heck can I focus on anything else?
Right. And so we make it very practical and accessible for people to put all of this in order. The hero values and the everyday hero model is a way for people to put their lives in order in all of those areas and making it very personal to that individual, right?
Yes.
So I did not answer your question.
Yes, you did. You answered it very thoroughly, very detailed.
Thank you, babe. Yes. Thank you. That's not what I asked you. I asked you for one.
No, but it was like one from each subject, and the way that you answered it was like perfect, because it is more complex than just like a one, than to just pinpoint one of those things.
Give you this too. That's what many nonprofits do, and that has been one of the areas of opposition for the work that I've been doing, because people are like, Leveta, just pick one thing and then go from that and build on that. Well, the reality is none of us just have one thing going on in our life, right?
Never.
And that is what people can expect from Levadah, is our organization is helping you with your whole life and you as a whole person to achieve wholeness, right? Because we see that wholeness as abundance, right? So if that gives more
wholeness
insight.
Have abundance.
Wholeness is abundance. Like if you are a whole person, you were living in abundance, and that's why I was telling you, compartmentalize. We also live very fragmented as individuals, right? Because we have to ignore these parts of us because they may not fit into They may not fit into the standard design of our employment or our relationship. Right?
Yeah.
So we just want people to show up in this world fully.
Yeah.
I think everybody should be able to, not just the wealthy.
Yes.
Not just the privileged.
Yeah.
Not just the crazy, right?
Or not when it's too freaking late. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yes.
Because then I think that a lot of times, like you said, like they be like, oh, well, these resources are available now. Like, oh, now that everything has come crashing down.
Right.
It's like, let's do it before. Let's take the precautionary measures. And so, again, something you are navigating through, and I love that.
This beautiful country that we live in.
This beautiful country we live in.
Which has so much going on right now, but our social structures are imploding.
Yes.
Right? They're falling down all around us. And I think, I do believe that I was given this vision for Levadah for this time, for us, for the now, and for our future.
Yes.
Because we need it. And it's happening. It's happening!
And now, if you can talk directly to little Leveta right now, what would you tell her? What you gonna say?
I would tell little Leveta Girl, be yourself now.
Period.
Be your whole self. This world needs you.
Yeah.
This world needs you for who you are, for how you are. Don't go trying to fit into these boxes and bubbles. Don't go trying to make somebody else happy. Like, be you. And as you are you, little Leveta, woo, then those who are meant to and called into your life will be there. And you will find your space and your footing. And I love you, little Leveta.
Yes, we love you, little Leveta. I love you. Yes. What do you want people to say about Levadah 20 years from now?
What I want people to say about Levadah is that, woo, it changed the world.
Yes.
It changed the experience that people were actually able to live better in America, right? Because Levadah is not just it's not just for Detroit. I see the vision for Levadah as going far and wide and internationally, right? So, with that in mind, that's what I wanted to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's a good.
That's so pretty.
Thank you. Maybe as I continue with these episodes, I'll become like a much better painter because this is going to be the theme every time we paint. Last but certainly not least, what's your next project?
My next project, or Levedah's next project, is our Abundance Awakening event. Actually, we have two things that are going on right now, and I want to have both. If that's okay.
That's fine.
But the Abundance Awakening event is going to happen on August 23rd at Farwell Recreation Center. We're having a community outreach event, which is focused on healing, connection, and community. And so I'm very, very excited about very, very excited about that. It's from 1 to 5 p.m. We have some amazing guest speakers and an incredible MC. I actually MC with her at I was on a panel with her for Black Tech Saturdays. She did a phenomenal job.
I love really Black Tech Saturdays too.
Yes, shout out to Black Tech Saturdays. Yes. And yes, that event is going to be a combination, but that's also a partnership with Beat It Up Detroit. And
Beat It Up.
Beat It Up Detroit. She's giving the book bag giveaway. So
yay!
Giving away hundreds of book bags to the community as a back to school event. There's going to be performers, food, vendors. So incredible event. I'm very excited about that. And also, we have our voter registration drive in partnership with Vernon Chapel that begins August 6th, excuse me, and it goes through October. So that's a very exciting experience. If you or somebody that you know has an idea of where we could go, where we should go, that is invited. We are trying to get people registered to vote and empowered. And alongside that, we're doing educational classes regarding why should we vote? Why is it important to vote? Completely nonpartisan, but yes, that's what Leveta and Levadah have going on. Oh, and we're in Rocky Community Challenge.
Okay, for real?
Yeah. So,
okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit down with emails and Facebook, or social media posts to let y'all know how y'all can support. But shout out to Rocket, that's an incredible event that helps nonprofits every year to get both exposure and allow their supporters to support them financially. So,
amen. I'm here for that.
I keep doing that.
Yes, that's cool. I love your elaborate answers. I love your elaborate answers. And so I just want to say thank you so much. Zendaya, you want to come give her a hug and say thank you? With your pretty smile.
Thank you. I appreciate you so much. You've been an
Thank
awesome
you.
guest co-host.
Okay, did we do good with our pictures, Izzy?
Okay, what did you draw?
I drew some flowers, some people over here. I added a little dimension. I think it's active because my flowers was kind of like swaying from the wind to the side. So this is my picture, you guys.
Wait, what's this?
That's the sun.
I thought that was a sunset.
So I was gonna draw a car on here, like have people driving down the highway.
Mm-hmm.
But they're on a beach. This
Drive a what?
Has the people on the highway driving right here. I was inspired from this scene that I saw in Hawaii, and like in Hawaii, the roads are right next to the beaches.
Okay.
Like, it's a very small
separation.
Like when we're driving down, we got a Metro Beach or
yeah, we got to go into the park.
Yeah. It's more island feel. So this was kind of an island setup, but I got distracted. I was watching my page. You did a really good job over there. I'm like, man, I don't have any flowers.
It's okay. Now yours is a beach, so it's not usually flowers on the beach, so it's cool. Well,
can you turn it?
Yeah.
Turn around.
Beautiful. Thank you so very much for being here, Leveta. Hugs, love. You are definitely loved. And yes, thank you for tuning in to Yummy Talk. Peace out.
And Zendaya Talk.
And Zendaya Talk. Zen Yummy out. Okay, we're gonna start. Okay.